Educational Websites, Analysis and Critique by Kevin Levija, EDUC 639, Liberty University. This assignment is dealing with 3 different websites. The first website we're going to be talking about and to analyze and critique is from the Edutech, and it is talking about 8 must-have digital citizenship apps, tools, and resources. The Advocate takes a good look at different apps, tools, and resources that can help your student and the teachers be digital citizens. And I like the fact that it's focusing specifically on applications. There's a lot of other tools and resources that are mentioned, but there's a lot of applications to deal with Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts that you can pull. But also, it really walks you through some of the specific apps that deal with digital citizenship. I like the fact that there's a link for each one of these, so you can click on this and it will take you to that web page for CyberWise or Trace My Shadow or BrainPop. On the right hand side of the top of the website, you can do a search for certain things that you might be interested in that are not listed on the front page. There are newsletters. You can register and log in and work on a blog if you'd like. Scrolling down, it goes to Apple users and Android users alike, where you can grab podcasts to listen to as well. Scrolling down here, it's really a short web page, but it does give you a good indication of what's out there, and then some other recent or more popular discussions to talk about. Matthew Lynch wrote this article, and he has some other related articles that you can scroll through. So if you look down here, you can have a place where you can write a message and discuss the article, and maybe add some more digital citizenship applications that you might know about. Overall, I like the website. There's a lot of good information on it. You can scroll all the way down. You can get some more information about the people who wrote it at Advocate, and I think it's a pretty good tool to reach out and especially discuss with your students some of the goals that you should be working towards to make sure they're digital citizens. The International Society of Technology in Education says this about digital citizenship: that it empowers students to be engaged with the most culturally relevant problems of today, that digital citizenship takes advantage of active uses of technology, and digital citizenship provides a means to further engage the community in students' learning. I think this is 3 cogent points to when we're talking about digital citizenship, and ISTE, which is a very well-known group that I think every teacher should join, or at least peruse through their website and get a lot of good information. So I trust what ISTE has to say about digital citizenship, and look forward to learning more on what they have to say. The next website we're going to talk about is from Simplicable. Simplicable has a very robust website about education technology. In fact, they give 40 examples, and it's not just the hardware and operating systems. There's a plethora of things to look through. In fact, it's such a big database of information that they have an A to Z guide, but you can also search. And of course, you can just hit Control Find, and you can do a search for certain things. Like, let's say if you wanted to search for design tools, you can do a search up here, design tools, and you can find exactly what you're looking for, because there is so much information on this page. I do like the fact that they have some pictures that go along with it. Helps kind of ease the person in with so much text, but there's a lot of good information on this page. In fact, if you scroll all the way down, you can see some of the titles of information that's provided. It hits good topics like blended learning, online courses, things that are important to today's society and the COVID environment. Assessments, formative and summative, it's going into all these things and how they tie into technology. Even do-it-yourself technologies. I really like the fact that they have some things that I haven't seen on a whole lot of websites. As you scroll down, you can see some other types of overviews that they have, whether the EdTech is related to education, operating systems, office productivity. It's not necessarily just centered on K through 12 or even higher education. It even has the business side to it. As you scroll down, like I said, a lot of information on it, maybe a little bit information overload, but it does hit some of the learning styles and a lot of other good things that I think are very important to be able to get a hold of. This is more like an encyclopedia of things to look into when you're looking into educational technology. Scroll down to the bottom. It's not a whole lot about the authors, but like I said, it's a plethora of information, and I don't necessarily like the layout, but I do like the information that's on there. There's a lot of really good examples. It's very current, so within the last couple of years, and I think it's a very beneficial website for somebody who's looking to get examples of what educational technology is. So with all the examples that Simplicable had, I thought it was necessary to dispel a couple of myths. I'm not going to go too deep into it. You can go to cultist.com and look into it. But they discuss 5 different myths about educational technology that I think are very important. If you take a look here, these are some of the things that some people might have in their mind about educational technology as not necessarily true. The last website we're going to look at is from Edutech. It's a company in Nigeria. I wanted to do something a little bit different and get maybe away from America, get into some other countries' ideas of what education technology is. And I remember reading a lot of papers on written by Nigerian students, so I figured I'd look up a Nigerian company that does educational technology. So this is the welcome page for Edutech, and I like the layout, but I don't like this schedule your appointment. It's kind of rude software that kind of jumps right in your face, and this poor guy thought he was going to be on the front page of their website, and his face is half cut off from the request to schedule an appointment. But I do like there's a video here. I'm not going to play the video, but I can show you that right off the bat they have a YouTube video. It's a really quick blurb, almost like a mini commercial for them. But anyway, what I do like about this, besides the layout, and the layout is very interesting. You keep scrolling down. It's got a lot of big pictures that grab your attention. But I do like the content of this site. It does talk about K through 12 schools. It goes into higher education. It also will give you some solutions for the workplace. And then, of course, if you're doing your own digital marketing. For an example, let's go to higher education. This is one of the websites that grabbed my attention, the sub-websites. Again, there's a little bit of an infomercial here. You can contact them, but you can go into higher education and look into a world-class approach to online learning based on the software that they provide. So this is not necessarily laid out perfectly, but you know what? It gets the point across. It is a Nigerian website, and not saying anything negative against Nigerians. It's just not necessarily what is grabbing Americans' attention today. So if I can give a little bit of a critique on that. But overall, it gives some good information, and they provide some solutions for different problems, whether it be in a school or in an office or even higher education. If you have any questions, please write me at klevija@liberty.edu, and thank you very much for watching.